All right, all you night readers, welcome to Tarot Nights. It is good to see you all. It's good to have you all here. It's good to be here. I hope everyone is doing well. Always. So, how's everything going? Is everybody doing all right? Having a good day? I would certainly hope so. Let's get you in and see what is going on. Hello, Lisa and Yvonne and Maggie and Sailor Moon, Rebecca, Kira, Aileen. How are you all? I hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah. So, let's see what's going on. All right. All right, so what's going on, Lise? You would like a future reading, please? How am I, Maggie? I'm okay. I'm all right. Yeah, not a whole lot more I can say than just okay. All right, let's see what we get for you. It looks good so far. Once again, I knocked my camera today, so of course it's not straight, or maybe I got it straight. I'm not sure. All right, so here's what I get for you, Lisa. I get that there's going to be a time for celebration. There's going to be a time for fun and special events and, relaxation. And at the end of all of this, right, at the end of all of this stuff going on around the world, there is going to be some kind of reward. I hope there's a reward for everyone. I really do. I hope there's something out there for everyone so that they can, everybody can feel good about taking on a new adventure, about moving forward and being, so everyone can be optimistic. All right. Everybody needs to be a little bit optimistic. And well, right now, that's not how anyone feels. Everybody feels burdened, right? They all feel dragged down. Even here in the United States, I mean, we're not under complete quarantine, and we're letting up a lot on quarantine. However, now everybody's trying to scramble to get vaccinations, and it's not real easy according to where you are in the country. So I'm sure it's going to end up that way everywhere at some point. But I do think, that, even though things are burdening everyone and burdening you right now, again, there's optimism. There's going to be choices. There's going to be things that you can do. There's going to be a lot of options for you. And, you're going to pick the option that works best. And that option is going to bring to you exactly what you always want and what you have, right? It's just going to bolster what you already have. You've already got this stuff, right? You've already got the 10 of Cups. However, it's going to just make it stronger. And by doing that, we're talking about feeling safe, feeling loved, and having a family and being blessed. All of those things, right? Love and family and well-being and safety and blessings and harmony. Those are all great things. And I have to say that that's going to, that's where this is all going to come out in the end. And that's what I get for you. All right, Lise? So thank you. Hey, Bartman, how are you? And Gemini, Brooklyn, it's good to see you all. Gabriella, you donated. I just saw that. Thank you. Now I'm just waiting for your question to come through. Yeah. Just waiting for your question. All right. So, all right, hold on one second. I'm just waiting. There it is. Gabriella. Sorry. I had another message come in and I was looking. All right. So, Gabriella, thank you so much for donating. I do appreciate it. All right. All right, let's see what we get for you. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I did have something else come in that was important. Came right through. Can you hear my Maggie? You can hear my clock? Boy, that thing's loud. Aquileo, I'm doing okay. I am doing all right. Not wonderful. I could be a lot better today, but I guess better than yesterday. All right. Thanks for asking, though, you guys. I do appreciate it. CEM, how are you? All right. So you can hear that old, that just wind. It's not even a wind-up clock. It's just a battery-operated clock that I have in here. Because when I'm working, I don't know what time it is. Could I take more time out to relax? I could, but then there would be no show. Yeah, that's what I say too. Okay, I guess. CM. That's how I'm feeling too. Meh, right? Isn't that the thing? Meh. All right, so will you find love by the end of this year? I think this is really making you feel like, it's sometimes it makes you feel scared, and sometimes it makes you feel very sad. And those times when it makes you feel sad, well, that's unfortunate, right? When it scares you that you're not with someone and there's no one else around, well, maybe that's just the protection part of it. Maybe you want to feel like somebody is there protecting you, because you can always have that, you always get that feeling, right? Like, oh, I could really use somebody around to protect me. And sure enough, that's, yeah, everybody would like to have that, but you have to look at things. You have to look at things differently, right? You don't need somebody. You want someone. It's a bit different, right? It is a bit different. And again, there are going to be choices for you. You have to decide, what are you going to focus on? right? What type of person do you want? What type of person are you looking for? Is it going to be, I'm sure you have had other, you've probably had other boyfriends in the past. I shouldn't say I'm sure of it because that's not always true. So I shouldn't, I'm not assuming that you have, but if you've had other boyfriends in the past, well, then if it was a good relationship for you or a bad relationship for you and how it went. I would be willing to think that if it was in the past, then it was probably not a really good relationship. But I do think that, you're going to know what to look for. You're going to know what to look forward to. And, that's going to help you make a decision. That's going to help you pick the right thing. The King of Wands says you're looking for somebody who is very energetic, very friendly, somebody who's charismatic, who's going to kind of draw you in, right? They can fix things. They can, they can do wonders with just the most common of household objects, right? But they're going to be honest with you and compassionate and encourage you to be a great person. And I think that's going to make you feel better, right? That's going to reward you. That's going to make you feel good about yourself, about life, about the way things are going. Things will seem fair, and that will balance out your life. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gabriella. Do I think, right? Did I answer the question? No. Do I think that you will find love by the end of this year? Yeah, I do. I think that you will, because again, you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have a lot of choices. It's just a matter of what you decide. That's going to be the big question. What are you going to decide? All right, Gabriella, thank you so much. And thank you for donating. I do appreciate that. Gemini Girly, you are not right after Gabriella. She donated, so she got pushed right to the top of the list. And that's the way you get pushed to the top of the list. A family read for you, Yvonne, sure. All right. So I'm reading what you're saying, Aquileo. People won't die if I take days off again, right? And I may have to do that tomorrow. I may have to take tomorrow off because we have somewhere that we have to go tomorrow. So if I'm not home in time, I'll definitely have to cancel. So I don't want to cancel too many. I don't like to keep canceling on you guys. That's not nice, is it? That doesn't get you your readings, and that doesn't get you what you want. And well, I know. All right, so Yvonne, again, just like I told Lisa before, everything feels now in the family, of course, like it's weighing you down, like there's a burden, like there's that weight out there, right? You have a great obligation. You are responsible for a lot of things and a lot of people, it seems like, right? And that's how you feel. But things are going to move forward. Things are going to move in a good direction. And you are ready for that. You're ready to move in a good direction. You're ready to move into, being more impatient and ready to go and get your spirits back up again and, feel good about things. You're excited about that. You want to be able to work with everybody else in the family to work out issues or work out problems that are going on, but you want to see people face to face, right? You don't want to just talk to them on the phone or FaceTime or whatever, however you do it, whatever you guys use. Everybody uses something a little different, but whatever you use to video chat, that's still not being together. There's no hug at the end of a video chat. There's no contact during a video chat. And, that's the problem, right? You want that. You want that working together in a setting where you're actually together, and you want everybody to be able to work together that way. I think, of course, there's always that underlying conflict going on, and you're going to have to accept that there's limits. There are going to be limits to what you can do. Doesn't matter how much you try, how hard you've tried, that deception and that conflict, those mind games are always going to be an underlying issue, and you just have to be realistic about it. You just have to be. You just have to know that things are not going to be, things aren't going away. That underlying issue is not going away. Not anytime soon, not very quickly. But that's what I get for you. That's what I think is happening around the Farrell family right now. Maggie, who's coming towards you in love in April? Hey, Stardust. I'm glad you dropped in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. And I do appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you stopping by. It's always nice. Yeah. Mother Teresa had a lot of boundaries with people. Well, I do not compare myself to her. That is for sure. All right, let's see what we get here for you, Maggie. Who's coming towards you in love in April? Now, if you can hear my clock and you listen to it, it will put you right to sleep. It will hypnotize you, actually. Yeah, that's my hypnotism clock. If you sit here very quietly and listen to my voice and listen to the ticking of the clock, you'll be in a deep, deep sleep. Your eyes are getting heavy. Yes, the rest of all of your body is getting very limp. Very, very limp. Right now, just keep breathing along with the sound of the clock. In and out. And you will fall deeper and deeper into a sleep. Right? Now, count to 10 backwards. And you will be I will count to 10 backwards. You will be in a deep sleep. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now slowly open your eyes and raise your left hand And if you've raised your left hand, put it back down and post in the comments that you raised your left hand. In the meantime, Maggie, who's coming to you in love? You need to be safe. It's going to take traveling to find the person who's coming to you in love. You need help to escape, right? You need to get away sometimes. But I think there's going to be some guidance. Because somebody is coming for you, and that is your knight in shining armor, your Prince Charming, someone who is very calm and sensitive and romantic, all those good things. All right? All those good things are coming your way. However, you are a bit anxious about that. All right, so nobody raised their left hand, did they? Darn. I thought that whole hypnosis thing was working. All right, so anyhow, yeah, things are coming, but you can't be nervous about it. You can't get worried about it. You can't get upset. And I got to say, because it's just time that it's time for you to branch out into a new adventure. That new energy is all around you, and there's new passion for you. And there's always somebody there for you that is going to help build you up, right? When you're not feeling good, they're going to give you their creative energy. They're going to make you feel warm and successful, and they are friendly and loving to you. And they are going to be like your motivational speaker, right? Your cheerleader. They're the ones who are going to make you feel better when you feel down. Yeah, Maggie, that's what I get for you. I do think that things are coming, though. Look at this, right? This is just telling me that, yeah, if you are willing to do a few things, then Prince Charming is on his way. Yes, that's what I'm getting for you. That is what I'm getting. All right. Sailor Moon, how have you been? I hope you're well. What's Bunny's impressions on your crafts? So Bartman, you're reading reversals as well, huh? With this deck. Well, you're just better at it than I am, that's all. Someday I'll be good. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, something, I don't know, I forget how the song goes. And the way you look tonight. Anyhow. All right, so Sailor Moon, Bunny's impressions on your crafts are, Bunny thinks that, yeah, you are doing well on your own. You can do this on your own. You don't need a whole lot of help. You don't need all the help that you think you need, because you are doing very, very well on your own without anybody, right? Bunny understands, I think, that there's a lot of competition out there, and that makes things difficult, right? But it seems like it's a struggle to you, but you're going to come up with a good strategy. And I think you and Bunny really make a good team together. I think there's an emotional connection between the two of you, right? And an emotional friendship that is very good when it comes to this whole working together. But again, you feel very weighed down. You feel like you're not going to be able to get a handle on things. And I think you will. I think you're going to. And I think Bunny's impression of the crafts is very good. even though you feel like things aren't always wonderful, right? You feel a little pessimistic at times, but I think Bunny really likes your crafts, and I think that's the impression that that Bunny has of you and your crafts. Not you personally, but your crafts. All right? Awesome. Okay, so Rebecca, how are you? How have you been? You changed your picture again. I like this one very much. It's brighter. It's got a brighter background. I can see your face. Much nicer. So does Zach still like you because you didn't talk to him for about 2 days? And only today we've called and he was so sweet. And I said that I liked him. Oh, Rebecca, that's nice. You finally told him because he's told you. He has made it clear that he likes you. And I think he's been waiting and waiting for you to tell him that you like him too. So now you have. This is great. Hello, Dr. P. How are you? Good to have you here. Ooh, Stardust, you donated. Oh, I'll do your reading right after Rebecca, if that's okay with you. I did not see it come through yet, but sometimes I know it comes through slow, and I always trust that you do it because you always do. So what does Zach still like you? So Zach wants to work together with you. I think Zach has a lot of plans, lots of potential. And, I think that's how things are for the two of you. Lots of plans, lots of potential, lots of good times together coming your way. And yeah, I think that's going to be wonderful, right? Those are going to be great things. Now, don't try to start something completely new. You don't have to reinvent this relationship because it's already starting off really well. You don't want to ruin it, right? You don't want it to come apart at the seams. So you got to just stay balanced with Zach, right? Emotionally balanced. And that would be wonderful. You stay emotionally balanced with him. You become and continue to be generous and devoted and sympathetic with him. And you will get the same feelings back. Everything will come back just like you give it. It will come back to you. Satisfaction. That's what you're going to end up with, right? You're going to be happy about the way things are. You're going to obtain peace and happiness. You're going to feel like this relationship is a gift. And it's really going to be a welcome change for you. It's really going to be a welcome change. So yeah, does Zach still like you? Yes. You haven't talked in 2 days? That's okay. You talked today. You talked today and things were good. And now he knows you liked him. All right. So that's what I get for you, Rebecca. Hi, Stardust. My friend, thank you so much for donating. I do appreciate it. Any channeled messages from C for you. What would he say? We are in a no contact. You're in no contact. Okay. All right. I know you guys remember that Barb had her surgery on Tuesday, right? Everybody knows Barbie Jean. She's one of our moderators here. And so, yeah, so she had her surgery a couple days ago, and she did message me. She messaged me yesterday to let me know that she is okay. And she's doing as well as possible. But she will be healing, and she will be getting better over some time. And things were successful, she believes, with the surgery. So keep those prayers heading her way. But I think the hard part is over. But always keep her in your prayers. Just like when anybody I know on here is having something go on, right? Yeah. I always make sure you guys know, and I do appreciate all the thoughts that go out to those people. So thank you. And Stardust, thank you for your donation. Yep. So here's what we get. The 6 and 7 of Pentacles back to back, right? Just back to back. Boom, boom. 6 and 7. Tells me that there is a lot of giving. There's a lot of things, gifts that you have that you can give, right? You're kind. You're generous. You like to share with other people your life, your talents, the things you know how to do, your time, right? Time is a big one. You know, you don't always have to share money. You don't always have to be giving money. Charity is not always about money. Generosity doesn't, again, always mean money. Sometimes you have to share your time, your talent. But by doing that, it helps you learn something, right? You learn a lesson by helping other people and doing things, right? Then you can also see what's really working, what's worked in your life. What kind of accomplishments have you had? Because those are the things that you want to continue to do. It always feels like a new start. It always feels like a new adventure. And this is the message that C is sending. He wants you to give your time, your talent. He wants you to give of yourself. You may not be talking right now, but, you know, by talking, are we talking completely like no texts, no nothing, right? No conversation at all? Because, yeah, I see where, you know, he wants to have that feeling of learning about you. He wants to learn about you. He can't wait for that part of it. See? And I think things are going to change in that department. Things are going to change when it comes to no contact and, you know, no communication at all. I think there's going to be some kind of necessary change in your lives. Things will move in a better direction, or at least they'll move in a direction that is, different. And I think there can be some kind of communication. And I think that's what C is looking for. It's all about planning and organizing, and that's what needs to be done, because I think that C is a very generous person, and they want to talk to you. They want to get in touch with you. They want to be able to tell you all about themselves, and they want to hear that back. They want to hear back from you. C wants to learn just how elegant you really are. And well, that's what they're going to find out at some point, someday. All right, Stardust. So thank you for your donation. I do appreciate it. Hey, Ash, how are you? Oh, let's see. Aileen, how are you? It's nice to have you here. Aileen Rodriguez. You would like to know if the company called Cast Group is going to call your boyfriend Bruno to do the interview. All right, is Bruno going to get an interview with Cast Group? I'm okay, Ash. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Oh, Stardust, you're very welcome. Thank you for your donation. Again, it's always appreciated. Thanks to all the people who donate and keep our show going. That's the way I keep this show going, is by donations. All right, so is Bruno going to get an interview with a company called Cast Group? And I think that Bruno needs to really walk a fine line for this. I think he needs some guidance. I think a little guidance is going to go a long way for him, because there's going to be I think there's a lot of people who have applied for the position or the job or whatever it is that he is, going to be doing there. Aileen, I think whatever that is, there's going to be a lot of people who are out there trying to do that. And, I think he's going to love the job. I think he would love to work for this company. I think he would be very happy there. I think it would make him feel good. It would be a good connection for him. I think he's a free spirit. I think Bruno's a free spirit, and he's adventurous. I think he's very brave, and he's willing to be creative and imaginative in ways to get this job and how to move in a good direction to get it. And I think that, there's going to be a new emotional beginning. There's going to be a new foundation for him. And, there's a lot of potential there. And that potential is going to make him, is really going to help him along when it comes to this whole idea of having an interview. But sure enough, I do believe that he will get an interview with them. I just think he has to watch, just watch, have a little guidance, just a little bit of guidance, have a little bit of, remember to be safe. Good times are ahead. Good times are ahead. So that's what I get for you, Aileen. Thank you. Let's Let's see. So, Kira, could you get a reading? You'd like to know if you're on the right path writing your memoir. Now, tell me something. Usually, of course, right? Usually, famous people write memoirs. People who have done wonderful things in their lives write memoirs. Are you someone famous and I don't know about it? Did you do something famous and I don't know about it? Or are you, like my father's father when he was alive, just writing this down for anybody who wants to read it in the future? When my grandfather, my father's father, passed away, it was 9 years ago. 9 years ago. And he was in his 90s. He was in his mid-90s. And he wrote, he was a minister. He was a minister for a Methodist minister. And I almost became a Methodist minister for a long time, but I didn't. And he ended up, like I said, when he passed, we went to his funeral, and he had left a note for me to please read. He wanted me to please read his eulogy that he wrote for himself about his life. It was pages and pages and pages long, and I read the whole thing for him, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I understand about writing this and wanting people to know what you've gone through, right? Now, he didn't need people to know what he had gone through other than, before his minister days. He did some crazy stuff. He worked for Heinz ketchup company back in the 40s. He worked for a lot of different places. He was a substitute school teacher. He was a Methodist minister. Methodist is it's a Protestant sect. I am Methodist. It's sort of like Catholic, but a little lighter than that. I call it Methodist. I call it Catholic light. Diet Catholic. I don't want to offend anybody, because that's, I don't want that to happen, but I tease. But yeah, he was a minister for many years, but he did many other things as well before that. And, like I said, he did. I'll tell you a funny story. All right, really quick. Oh, okay. So you're raised Baptist, Kira. That's very close. It's close to Methodist. I like Baptist church. I watch a Baptist minister on TV every morning, early in the morning. He's very good. An older guy, because he reminds me of my grandfather. But I'll tell you a really funny story really quick before I do your reading. My grandfather used to, for extra money. Now, this is crazy. You think it's crazy, at least. For extra money, like I said, he was a minister. So he did funerals, right? He had to perform services for funerals. So hours and hours and hours before the funeral service, this was back in the 50s, early 50s, or so. So there wasn't all these cranes and stuff. So he used to go out and dig the graves. He used to dig, right, the spot where they were going to put their, put the casket. He had to make it, big enough and wide enough and deep enough, like they do now with a truck or something, right? So he had to. I don't watch TV evangelists. That's not what this is. That's not who I watch. But anyhow, so he used to go out, and hours before the funeral service, he would dig the grave out there in a t-shirt and overalls and everything else like that. Then he would go back to his house, get changed, get all cleaned up and dressed up and put his suit on and everything, and go and do the whole funeral service. And then he'd go out and they would do the funeral service at the graveside service, right? The graveside part of it and all like that. And everybody would leave. After he made sure everybody was gone, he would go back to his house, change back into his old ratty clothes from the morning, and he would finish the grave. He would fill in the grave. So he was the grave digger and the minister, and then back to being the grave digger again. So it was he did some very interesting things. Televangelists are not very good, but the minister that I watch on Sunday mornings, who is a Baptist, who is very good, is also very, very truthful and teaches the true word of the Bible. By the way, Bartman, I just have to say. All right, so you want this to be a self-help memoir, and that's right. So you're starting out on a new journey. You want people to see this whole life story of yours. It's an adventure, right? It starts off with your innocence, and it journeys through all the things that have gone on in your life. It goes along to show how sympathetic and generous you were, what a thinker and a devoted wife you were, and and how that emotional balance can be rocked, right? It can be, it's not always as balanced as people want it to be, right? You're going to show people how you can still be a good person and be indecisive and not know exactly what to do. Will people, when people read this, will they judge you? Yes. There will be some judgment. There will be some harsh criticism, of course. Everybody goes through that, though. That's life, unfortunately. There's harsh criticism everywhere. But you know what? You are going to feel restored. You're going to feel a relief come over you that's really going to make you feel good about writing this down. I think there's going to be a celebration around this. I think there's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be like a special event, but it's going to also be rewarding and relaxing and tranquil. And I think these are all good things. I definitely feel like you will work really well if you have someone else help you. With not come up with your stories, right? Of course, but it's always good to have somebody there to help you with creativity or help you with, okay, what's the plan? Where are you going with the story, right? To keep things in line, because if a story goes off the tracks or off the rails too much, then people stop reading. And I can understand that. I think you can too. I know you can. But yeah, I think for sure, I think it's going to be good. I think you can do it for sure. And I think it could be, I just think it could be very successful for you, even if it's just in a personal way. All right, Kira, that's what I get for you. Thank you. All right. So, Gabriella, thank you again for donating. I am just looking for your question again. Did you post another question, or are you posting it now? There we go. So, will William move back to Puerto Rico? Hey, Fairy Wren, welcome. It's good to have you here. Priya, anyone can post a question. I choose them at random, but donations take priority, and Gabriella donated, so she gets moved to the top of the list. That's the beauty of donating. It does guarantee you a reading, and it does move you to the top of the list. Yes. So, awesome. But anybody can ask a question. I try to choose them a bit of random order to give people chances. All right, so will William move back to Puerto Rico? I think William is thinking about it. I think there are plans for this to possibly happen if he can get enough together. If he can get enough help, if he can get enough money, all these things, if he can get them together, then yeah, I think he's going to. But right now, he isn't doing that. He is happy about his life right now with his family and friends that are here. And he does want to achieve something. There's something he wants to achieve. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something to do with, again, a new beginning, a new foundation, some kind of new potential that's going to be very emotional for him. So I think right now he's very sensitive, and he's trying to overcome some obstacles that are going on in his life. But I do believe that in his future, whether it's here or Puerto Rico, and I'm not positive, I think he's trying. Let's put it that way. I think he's trying to, but it's not written in stone yet. But I think wherever he is going to be very fortunate. He is going to be successful at whatever it is he's trying to do. He will be dependable and realistic. He will be able to provide for the people around him that need him. And he's very determined to do this. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Gabriella. That's what I get about William moving back. Good night, Kira. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's see what we get here. Lena, how are you? And Ash, how are you? Lena, can you get a general reading, please? Yes, you are here. Yay. Lena Ramarasinghe. I think I said it right. Good night, Maggie. Have a good night. Hey, doctor, are you still here? Dr. P? You still around? Thank you, Fairy Wren. I hope you had a nice Easter as well. Mine was just very relaxing at home, just the two of us. All right, so Lena, general reading. I think you are very happy with your life right now. I think your life is doing very well. I think you feel very safe and loved and blessed by family and, you know, the people who are around you, and that is a good thing to feel. So now you want something new to start. You want a new venture, right? You want to plan something new, and you want, you know, to plant the seeds of a new idea and see what grows from that. But I think you're a bit conflicted because maybe there's some kind of limits to you that you're not able to do exactly what you want. So you have to be realistic about the things that are going on around you. Right? You just have to be realistic about that. Doesn't mean that you can't have good ideas. It doesn't mean you can't do new things and move in a good new direction. It just means that if there's limitations, well, then you just work through them. You know what they are and you can get past them. But things are going to work out for you in the end. I do see completion of this project, whatever it is you would like to do, whatever it is that, you know, whatever that seed is that you want to plant and grow, it is going to come to completion. There is going to be, you know, you are going to achieve what you want, and you're going to find your purpose. You're going to find the purpose that you're looking for, and you'll celebrate that, right? It'll be fun. Again, it'll be very rewarding for you. It'll feel like a celebration. And that's what I see for you. That's what I'm getting for you, Lena. So, all right. All right. All right, Aquileo, you get the last free reading. Yep. Yeah, quiet there too, Fairy Wren. I understand. Lena, you're welcome. I hope that was helpful. It seemed very nice, I'll tell you that. It seemed like a very nice reading. All right. So let's see what I get for you. All right, Aquileo. Has George provided a good reference about me to your potential new employer? All right. I'll be back again tomorrow, Priya, or Priya, however you pronounce it, whichever way. And get here early and put your question up, and I will do my best to get to you. I will remember you. All right, so this is my last free reading. All right, so I think when it comes to a good reference, I think you are kind of concerned, right? You are feeling like you need to put your walls up. You're very sensitive about things, and you know, you're nervous about it. It's making you feel anxious. It makes you feel like you are, it makes your mind race, right? Gives you nightmares, makes things difficult. But again, the world is telling me that you will achieve what you want to achieve. And what you want to achieve, of course, is a new employer. And to do that, you need a good reference. And I think that's going to work. I think that's going to happen because I do see where there is this emotional connection, right, between you and George, also you and a new employer. I think there could be that whole idea of a new union between the two of you, a new balance between you and a new place that you will be working. And I think that's going to be good. I think that's really going to work out for you, just like you want it to. There's going to be some competition. You can get through that. If it feels like it's a conflict or a struggle, you can get through that. You have the strength to do it. You have the drive. And you will definitely be able to, find a new employer. But yes, I believe George will provide a good reference for you as well. So I do think that's going to help. All right. That's what I got for you. I did not get any other donations in while I was doing your reading, so that was the last reading of the night. Okay, so let's see. So thank you all for being here. The show is on every single night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. If it's not going to be, as long as you are subscribed. If for some reason I can't do a show, I put out a quick video telling you that I can't, so you'll see that. But yeah, normally I'm on 6:00 p.m. Eastern time every night. The show is called Tarot Nights, and I am the Night Reader Tarot. So it was good to have everybody here tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, Jesse just donated. Wait a second. Oh, it's good that you saw that. I didn't see it, and I didn't get anything from it yet. Oof, that was close, huh? All right. All right, so Jess, usually when I go to this screen that's up there now, I don't go back and see what the chat says, but I looked really quick. So thank you for donating. Thank you for your generosity. I do appreciate that. All right, let's see what we get for you. Oh, and Moon Honey also donated. So there you go. All right, let's see what I get here for you, Jess. Moon Honey, I haven't seen yours come through yet, but I'm still waiting. We still have time. I have to do Jess's reading first. All right, let's see what we get for you, Jess. You'd like to have a love reading. Well, there's a good ending, I'll tell you that. That is a good ending. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow, what a good reading this is going to be for you, because I got to tell you, you are going to achieve success that you want in love. You're going to find the love that you want. You'll feel satisfied. You'll feel good, independent, self-worthy. You will find inner happiness. Things will get serious with this person at some point, right? They're going to be very smart. They're going to be, truthful. They're going to have answers for you. They're very knowledgeable. They're very traditional. And I think you just have to look around you and really reflect upon things. And I think that's going to be, I really think that's going to be important to you, right, to do, because I think that's how you're going to figure out who this person is. Once you find them, though, you're going to feel happy about your life and about your, about the relationship. It's going to make you feel like you've achieved what you wanted to achieve. You're going to feel very prosperous, and that brings you to being very, very happy. That makes you very happy. That brings you warmth and success and optimism and light. All the things that you want in life. And I feel like this is going to be really, really good for you. So yeah, Jess, I think your love life is going to really work out pretty well for you. I think it's going to get better for sure. I think it's going to get really good, actually. And, this is just a sign of things to come. All right. And that's what I got for you. All right. You're saying Moon Honey has her own tarot channel. She's amazing. That's nice. Okay, so what was your question, Moon Honey? Oh, for a general read. Okay, a general reading. Got it. All right. As you can see, this is how you guarantee readings still after the show is over. This is the way you do it, right? All right, so a nice general read for you. Moon Honey. Again, this reading is almost ending as good as the last one. All right, so it's time for you to share, right? Keep sharing your gifts. Keep sharing your gifts. Keep sharing the knowledge you have. Keep giving, right? Because things will come back to you, right? You do a show like this, right? I do a show like this. I don't do it for the money, obviously. I don't beg for donations. People do donate when they can and when they want to guarantee that reading. But it's a charity type of thing, right? I do it to give. And that's the same thing with you. I think you should be, you are, if you have your own channel and you have your own show, then you're giving of your time. You're giving of your talent. You're giving people what they need and what helps them. You're very generous and kind in that way, and that's very helpful to them. It's helping a lot. It helps, just like when I have people here, it helps them a lot. It seems like, according to what they tell me, at least, right? I can only go by that part of it. But I think, I think maybe you're doing things a little different on your channel. Maybe you're breaking the mold of just all these other channels, even like mine, because mine is fairly generic. But it's a nice channel. It's nice. But yeah, I think there's always that feeling that things can change, right? I've changed my show many different times, in many different ways, dates and times and how often and many things. But yeah, yours is going to go through many different changes too. I don't know how long you've been doing your show, but I think that is part of it. Now, I believe that I don't think you like things to change. I think you would rather them stay the same and just grow. Just grow the way it is. Instead of changing, just growing, right? So you cultivate it and you nurture things to make them do that instead of changing, because you don't like to change. You're not somebody who enjoys changes, right? Sometimes change is good, but you'd rather not change. You would rather, grow, just get bigger and bigger instead of, going a different direction maybe. And that's okay. That's perfect, because you know what? That's what makes you feel comfortable. And that's what makes you become whole. That gives you the inspiration to keep on going. And that's what helps you. That's what works for you. And that's okay. That's great, because that's giving you satisfaction. It makes you feel happy about your gifts. It makes you feel happy about the things that you give to people. And it gives you an abundance of peace. And it makes it so that you can really attain what it is that you want out of this whole thing. So, yeah, these are the things I get for you. And I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. How long have you had your tarot channel? That's very nice. You guys have some very nice things to say about Moon Honey, and that's great. Nobody wants to go to a show where somebody has terrible energy, right? That's for sure. I wouldn't come to my own show if I had terrible energy. But thank you for your donation. I appreciate your generosity. Yeah, mine's been a year. Mine was just a year at the beginning of March, so it's been 13 months now. Yep. And it will go through changes even when you don't want it to. But that's what I get for you. All right. I don't see any other donations. So all right, so that was my last reading then. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Again, the show is called Tarot Nights. I am the Night Reader Tarot. I am on pretty much every night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, unless there is some kind of an emergency or, I have some other prior engagement, some other prior plans. So thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. And I hope that you all enjoyed the show. And I'll see you all tomorrow night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you then. Bye now.